Hi, folks. Just so you know, we will do a brief program tomorrow. Larry, I'm going to try and find something that Larry had done on the 4th of July a few years ago. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. He's done some pretty remarkable things around July 4th. So if he can be with us, then he can share that with you tomorrow. If he cannot be with us, then I will do my best. I'm going through some paperwork and I will try to find it. I just wanted to give you a brief update on Larry. He has his cell regeneration is not going as well as they had hoped these last couple days. He was making such incredible progress last week that they were just absolutely in shock and jumping up and down for joy. And I'm not sure what has ground things to a halt. Certainly his doing the program with us on Monday didn't help his lungs any. And I don't know if that's what's caused a problem or if there's something else going on. We just need to keep him in prayer. And he needs another $300 today for the treatment that he needs today to get him back to square one again. I don't know, what's caused the setback. I don't know if they know. But anybody who can contribute something would be greatly appreciated. I usually get a couple checks in the mail at the beginning of the month, and we're at the 3rd already, and I haven't received anything yet. I get them in. A couple people will send a check to me because that's the way they want to donate, and then I put it into the Bank of America account I have set aside for Larry's funds, just the pass through there. And so we need to take care of that. His PayPal account is nicholslive@aol.com. You can go to nicholslive.com, the website. There's a link to the PayPal. There's his address if you want to mail cash, and there's a phone number where you can send a text message to discuss alternative ways to donate. Okay, I wanted to say a little bit about our flag and flag etiquette as we see more and more, not especially in the sports world, the disrespect of our flag, what our children are being taught in disrespect for our country, the lack of patriotism. I mean, my goodness, remember after 9/11, those of you who are old enough to remember, there were flags everywhere. People bought flags to hang out their car window or hang on their car on the antenna or attached to the window. Flag decals for the bumper, or put it in their window. People were flying them outside of their home. And in my neighborhood, there's one of the real estate agents that comes by and sticks a flag in the ground in front of everybody's mailbox. So our whole neighborhood is decorated with flags, and my little village puts up American flags. You come down the street through the main street through my village, and we've got flags, lining the street the whole length of the main intersection. We've forgotten. Many people have forgotten. I'm sure most of you have not. But there were no guidelines before 1923, and so a national flag code was drafted by representatives of the Army and Navy. And in 1942, Congress passed a joint resolution that dictated what is known today as the U.S. Flag Code. There are several sections on how to display the flag, maintain and handle it, and respect it in general. So I thought I'd read a couple of those to you if my phone would stop acting up. Okay. All persons present in uniform should render the military salute when the flag goes by. Members of the armed forces and veterans who are present but not in uniform may render the military salute. All other persons present should face the flag, stand at attention with their right hand over their heart. If you're wearing anything on your head, remove it with your right hand, hold it on your left shoulder so your hand is over your heart. Citizens of other countries who are present in the presence of the flag should stand at attention. All such conduct toward the flag in a moving column should be rendered at the moment the flag passes. Do you know what to do when the flag passes you by? Here are a couple of ideas. Feel free to share this with others so that they know what the etiquette is. Be a model of what we should do. Teach others rather than judge them. And we know people so easily find offense, but you can offer grace with your instruction. Maybe ask, are you aware that there are rules of behavior that govern what we're to do when a flag goes by? And instruct them, show them what to do. And we need to start standing up for our country, or we are going to lose it, because we are so close. And a socialist country is not going to respect our flag at all. Now, we may have to submit to something else that they will come up with, but our stars and stripes are too precious to let go of. And we need to honor it proudly stand at attention, display it, not be ashamed of it. Patriotism is something we need to hang on to. And we know at some point that's going to create problems, but we just need to be brave and do what's right. And that is a biblical principle that God taught from the very, very beginning. Do what's right, whatever it costs. And that is something that you have to decide well ahead of time that you're going to do. Because if you have not decided ahead of time, I had a discussion when the school shooting in Lakewood, Colorado, Columbine. When the Columbine shooting happened, we had a discussion, my kids and I, and one of my kids said, well, I'd be curious what I would do. And that's actually what led up to the discussion. And I said, you cannot wait until the last minute to wonder, because if you don't know ahead of time, if you have not decided and made a complete commitment to scenarios and what you will do if this happens, chances are, in the fear of the moment, you will not make the decision that you will be proud of in the future. And you certainly don't want to be making a decision that you're ashamed of later. Hi, Joel. So I throw that challenge out to all of you to think about possible scenarios. Pray about the big event in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Everybody who is against Trump is just doing and saying anything and everything they can to bash our president. And what they have done to get the disrespect of this nation against the highest office in our land, against our flag, against our Constitution, is just wrong. And the fact that there is already a complete judicial socialism that has taken over the judiciary of our country so that we cannot find an honest court for prosecution is just wrong. Although President Trump has appointed more judges than maybe any other president, certainly a very high number, and many of them have been approved, but they're all over the country, not ones with purview for the prosecutions we're all longing for and waiting for. And so we've got all these people in Congress and in the District of Columbia, their legislation, these few that are outspoken and disrespect our country and disrespect our president and the things that they are so vocally saying. That's what the media is playing over and over and over again to brainwash the minds of the American public. Remember, 98% of the population get their news from the 6 and 10 of the national TV stations, mainstream media. And they're only going to get 5 minutes of national news, if they're listening to that part. And the media can control very easily what is said, and everybody, as you notice, says the same thing. Well, that shows the kind of control from very high up that's going on. So that's all for today. I do want to say that on Friday, we will not be having the conference call Friday night. We will not have this program at its normal time. The only way I can do it is to do it in the morning or around noon Eastern. I have to be on the road to, I'm meeting some friends from our team, from Nichols supporters, Larry's supporters, and we're going to be doing something over the weekend. So I wish you a happy 4th of July in the morning. I will be here tomorrow, hopefully with Larry, but if not, I will be here and we will talk about the 4th. And I'm not going to go down to DC. I hope that you will say a prayer for safety with the terrible threats that Antifa is planning with their muriatic acid combined with wax so that the acid cannot be washed off. This is really awful. And when I think of the crowbars that were used to hit people in the head in Portland, these are people that are completely out of control. So be in prayer for safety for folks all over the country tomorrow, because it's an ideal time when people are getting together. And of course, they want to say they're going to do something just to cause fear and disrupt the activities that are planned. So it's hard to know. You're going to have to decide for yourself what you trust and where you feel safest. But whatever you do, keep your eyes and ears open and be paying attention and very alert. God bless you. Yes, Dusty, Larry is hanging on. He's having a rough day today. His cell regeneration has kind of either gone backwards or just not progressing as it had been. We're trying desperately to get him through this week. If there's anything you can donate, remember his PayPal account is nicholslive@aol.com. Do not use his first name, just nicholslive@aol, or see the website nicholslive.com for alternatives. And we do need to find $300 pretty quickly here. So anybody can do anything for Larry. We would greatly appreciate it, no matter how small. Don't be embarrassed about small. We understand the sacrifice even something very, very minuscule is to a lot of people. So thank you to everybody who has done something, and thank you for being here, and talk to you tomorrow. God bless you. Bye.